You are welcome to LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Anyone who has been following the case against R. Kelly should be familiar with the two families we're discussing today, and that's the Clary and Savage families. Both families had their daughters Azriel and Jonjelyn living with R. Kelly, and the two have been working together to bring R. Kelly down in the past few years. Of late, however, there seems to be a rift between the two, and the Savage family have made a number of appearances on the media condemning the Clarys in many ways, suggesting their statements against R. Kelly were all lies. To put this in simple terms, the Savages are saying Azriel Clary was never a victim, but was instead involved with her parents in a conspiracy to use her as a bait to get R. Kelly into a mistake that would make him an easy target for blackmail. According to the Savages, the Clarys packaged their 17.5-year-old daughter to look like an 18-year-old woman, and even went as far as making her an ID that said she was 18 to beat security and access R. Kelly's hotel. Azriel's mother took time off to coach her daughter on how to trick R. Kelly into getting intimate with her, and even did the texting on her behalf in the early stages of their stay together, which made R. Kelly think for sure Azriel was 18. In other words, it's not R. Kelly's fault, for he was fooled to think the 17.5-year-old was 18 by the very people who were primarily responsible for the well-being of their daughter. And why did they do this? The Clarys had hoped that with their daughter in a relationship with R. Kelly, they would get money from him whenever they wished, and blackmail him if he didn't wire them the dollars. If what the Savages are saying is true, then Azriel was being truthful when she spoke out at the first interview with Gayle King, where she said her parents are the manipulative liars who are in this fight against R. Kelly for the money.
My dad and my mom, they started to send threats to both me and him. They said, oh, I'll put all your naked pictures all over the world. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to ruin him if he doesn't send $20,000 to this bank account.
At the same interview, she said the parents always encouraged her to take as many near-nude pictures with him as she could capture, to use at a later date in case they wanted to blackmail him, which they were trying to do. And as if that was not enough, the Savages also said Alice Clary, the mother to Azriel, was also sleeping with R. Kelly at the same time with her daughter. Whether this too was for money and fame, we are yet to find out. So whenever Angelo Clary said their daughter had been brainwashed by R. Kelly, what he meant was that she had drifted from their original plan, which was to hold R. Kelly at ransom for his money, and not to mean that she had in the real sense been brainwashed to be with him. This makes the Clarys the real culprits here, who instead of parenting their 17.5-year-old to safely get to 18 were more than willing to serve her to an older man in exchange for money. Meanwhile, all these claims do not necessarily prove that R. Kelly slept with Azriel when she was still under 18. All we are sure about for now is that her parents were more than willing to hand her over to an older man for monetary gain, which is parental negligence according to the laws of this land. If it's true that she was only left with a few months to get to 18, we cannot rule out the possibility that when R. Kelly brainwashed her like the Clarys suggest, she came to her senses and opened up to him about her age, and the two could have waited a few months before the relationship became intimate. I mean, who knows? It's their word against the Clarys, and before Azriel was made to steal a bag full of money from R. Kelly when the Bureau of Prisons leaked his phone call records, Azriel, who was still being truthful, was clear about this. She said R. Kelly did not have sex with her when she was 17, even if her parents had asked her to lie to him that she was 18. Meanwhile, as we speak, there is a new advancement with the Savages' intentions to expose the Clarys. The wife to Timothy Savage, who is also the mother of Jonjelyn, dropped a bombshell when she said she is ready to share the text messages between Alice Clary and R. Kelly with Jennifer Bonjean, as evidence to prove the Clary family was lying when they said they had delivered their daughter to R. Kelly for business reasons and nothing personal. We knew she had access to these text messages, but her interest to share the same with R. Kelly's legal team is yet another new advancement that could indicate regret for the lies they told on the R&B King. Can we trust the Savage family to come out and do the right thing? I guess only time will tell. But this is something they should have done way back when the New York trial was still ongoing, and maybe then, the world would have gotten to know the truth early enough.
I do not not agree with some of the things the Clarys did because they had us fooled. I have a whole thread of messages that I'm ready to share with Bonjean.
According to Cheryl Hayes, it's so weird to see that despite all the truth being uncovered lately about the conspiracies in the New York court, R. Kelly is still being held in prison. It was disappointing to learn that Lifetime had to pay every participant in the Lifetime docuseries to help them in their defamation campaign against R. Kelly. And that it is this very same docuseries Kim Fox based on to prepare an indictment. The government and its court counterparts overlooked R. Kelly's rights to put him in custody based on such malicious and false charges. It's a shame to see that this is how the authorities have chosen to operate, guided by greed. According to Jane, Timothy Savage is a liar himself. While he now struggles to clear his name, he needs to remember that he was the one that called a press conference at R. Kelly's house in the company of the likes of Ashanti Mux, where he was coaching her on the lies to say. The video detail is available showing Timothy whisper into her ear and brief her on what to say. He therefore needs to stop playing the innocent card here and own up to his own mistakes. He is definitely right when he says the Clary family was not being truthful when they accused R. Kelly, but this does not exonerate him and his family the way he wants it to look. He too has his own scores to settle. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.